It is time for a tour of the Type A college planner. So as a college student, I was always very organized. I went through 1,000,005 planners, couldn't find one that had everything I wanted in it. And so I started creating organization pages for myself and I would add them into my planner. When I graduated college, I was like, if I couldn't find a planner, there were other people out there that also couldn't find a college planner that they liked. And I started getting these made into production. So here's a tour of all of the pages that I added into here that I wish my other planners had. I wanted a bookmark so I could easily put it in and out of the planner and find what pages I was at. I wanted calendar overviews of the year so I could easily look at it and plan out when different things were happening. A list of all of the holidays, a place to write down my family and friends' birthdays. I wanted a place to keep track of my fall semester and my spring semester. This was one of my favorite pages, a long-term course planning sheet. My guidance counselor actually came up with this, or he was the one who showed me it, and I was able to track all of my classes and make sure I was graduating with the appropriate classes and credits. A project planner and multiple pages of these so I could just brain dump everything before a project started. And then also a class planner where I could take my syllabus, write down all of the important information, and easily refer back to it. Notes, sections everywhere throughout the planner because I'm always jotting down random things. And then I wanted every single month to have a monthly calendar overview with lines throughout every single box so that my handwriting stayed really nice and straight. I also wanted a place to write down my monthly budget and my expenses. And this was my exact monthly budget that I used in college. A monthly reflection sheet, and then a page to write down my monthly goals. And this was super important. I wanted a weekly overview and I wanted a daily overview. On the weekly overview was a place where I could plan out all my meals, write down my grocery list and my workouts for that week, and then also the bigger things happening, like if I had an exam or if I was going home or whatever, the bigger things where I could write them down there. And then the daily pages had 5 a.m. to midnight time blocking. I could never find that long of a stretch in a planner, a really long to-do list, and a notes section. And then I wanted that to repeat itself for the week. Here's what the weekend looks like. And then you go back to the weekly overview. I could never find a planner with all of those pages and the mix of the weekly and the daily and then all of those organization pages to just help me really stay on track of all my college classes. And I swore by each and every single one of these. So this is my baby planner because it was the first one. It was the one that started all of the planners and it is just the best.